Anybody like to do shortcuts? I do. If I can learn them, it helps a lot. If you're a technician in a shop, this will really help you out on your next thermostat you got to do on one of these garbage cars. They're garbage when you're working on them. Great to drive. But you guys in the shops all know that. They're really hard to work on. So if you have trouble tuning this thermostat and you want a little bit of a shortcut, first of all, I would definitely say service position. It's just going to save you time. Yeah, it'll take more time to take it off, do the service position, which is what this car's in right now. I'm doing a whole bunch of repairs to it. So, but I'm also doing the thermostat. I decided to do the thermostat after I started because I was like, it's a lot easier to do now than it is if it breaks down. Here's the shortcut I used. Well, I was waiting for parts, so I bought a set of these. These have the 1/4 inch, see the 1/4 inch drive one right there with my finger? That I think is the 6 or 8 or whatever it is, the size that's the right one for that. What is it? Maybe it's an 8. It's an 8. So an M8 triple square 1/4 inch drive. And what this does basically is it eliminates you having to remove the what's it called? This thing here, the oil filter housing. So, and it's a pain in the butt when you have oil and coolant both leaking on the ground, and it's just a mess. So just doing that alone is just going to save you some time. So what you need is a wobbly extension. They have a set of these at Harbor Freight, really cheap. You enter through the side right here with that short stubby socket. These are stubby. What these are is you look up stubby. These are stubby triple squares. So I was just waiting for parts, so I thought, I'll just order a set of these and see if it works. And it did. So Stubby's triple squares. You take out that one with a 1/4 inch drive. You almost have to hammer it in there. It's that tight. And then crack it loose, and it comes out no problem. You can start it back up when it's in service position with both hands. You can kind of reach around the oil filter housing and start it back in the hole. If you're wondering how to do that, that's how you do it. Just reach both hands, one hand around this way, one hand around that way, and then tighten it up and start it and all that. There's enough room in there with the wires moved out of the way. You just grab the wires and kind of loop them over. You might have to loosen them up here. You take off this infamous one down in here. You can see that little piece comes off with it, right? This thing, you guys know. It comes out right there. Take that one out. Go ahead and slide. Use your pry bar right here. Try and get some light on here so you can see. Oh, darn it. Use your pry bar on this and use this hose as a lever. Kind of pry carefully on that. Remember, this is made out of plastic, this hose is, and that'll free that thing up. You have to move it over as far as you can over without disconnecting that hose, which is nice. You don't have to disconnect this one up above. The bracket's going to be tightly against this hose above. Okay, if you're working on it, you're going to know what I'm talking about. It's going to be tightly against that, and then you can wiggle it around and just barely fit it out of this hole. So it'll come out without taking the alternator off. If you wanted to make it a little bit easier, you could take the alternator off. That's still easier than taking off this thing and putting this thing back on. It's really hard to get that gasket to line up. I've actually put them on wrong and had the gasket misaligned and started it up and had issues from that. If you do that, buy a new filter housing. Don't even try to reuse the same one because it could be warped just a little bit and then it could lose a little pressure. Anyway, that's expensive. So anyway, that's how I got this one out. I'm just kind of explaining it to you real quick just to make it easier for you in your next job. And it just kind of came, you have to pry on, hold this thing over and then grab this guy here and wiggle it around to get this O-ring out. Okay, you have to wiggle around and it just barely makes it past it, and then you have to get it back in there. I know I can get it back in. It's going to take a little bit of work. It's going to take a little bit of time. You just wiggle it around, and it'll just go right back in. And then you don't have to take that tube all the way out and take this housing off. it saves you that's a good 30 minutes worth of work to remove that and put it back on. Just getting those 4 bolts out of that thing, because now you can leave, especially if this one has a block heater, which I am removing. I don't need a block heater where I live, so there's really no point in having that thing in the way. So with the block heater and all that other stuff, it would be really a pain to get this guy out of here. So it saves you, it might save you a whole hour. So anyway, that's my trick. A set of these. You need the wobbly extension too. You can't make it, but you can't get a regular wobbly on there. It has to be just a wobbly extension. So that little guy right there and a wobbly extension, you're done. I'll talk to you in the next video. Hopefully it helps you out. Talk to you in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe.